Hey guys, and welcome back to Rage Gaming and more Shadow of the Erdtree. This time we're covering one of the most valuable, important NPC storylines you can think of. It's Leda, the very knight who helped us enter the land of Shadow. The thing is, Leda's story is tied to so many characters and we'll end with most of them because of that. The rewards with this in mind are insane. You're going to get Leda's weapon and outfit, Freyja's weapon, shield and outfit. You've got Dane's true weapon, there's Mor's bell bearing, shield, an extremely resistant outfit. We even have the Hornsent's weapon and outfit alongside Sir Ansbach's weapon, an outfit, and unique incantation as well. So pretty crazy. But you need to do a few things in the right order. We figured a guide would be helpful. I have 3 fast warnings before you begin. First, you need to complete the Hornsent separate storyline if you want to do that, though you still get his rewards using this method without doing that. Second, you need to complete Thiolliers storyline to do with Saint Trina to involve him in this, and he is a helpful summon if you do so, but again, not required. Lastly, to fully complete it, you will have to defeat the final boss of the DLC, which I will not show in this video who or what it even is to avoid spoilers, so don't worry about that. Most of the rewards come before it, even so. So let's begin. It all kicks off here at the 3-path cross at the start of the game. Here you need to meet with Freyja and exhaust her conversation to have the first kind of main interaction. Next we're going to come up the main road towards Ballarat to the next cross, the main gate. Here we meet Sir Ansbach, who we want to have a full conversation with and exhaust his dialogue. When you've done that, it's time to go to the next region, the scadutree. And we need to go to the Shadow Keep. When you step in front of the Shadow Keep, you will progress the NPC storylines, but that's what we want to do. We are actually going to enter, and you're going to go through the main entrance, defeat the boss at the main gate plaza, progress through and across to the main bridge and come down this ramp to open up the shortcut, but then go to the heart of the Shadow Keep. Here as you enter, you're going to come into this massive tower room, the storehouse, and this will be the first floor grace. On the northeastern side of that room, still on the ground floor, you're going to find a little library that has Sir Ansbach in it now. So exhaust his new dialogue. Next, we're going to progress this area by climbing the tower. So just continuously climb up and you'll eventually come to the 4th floor. You'll do so by climbing over the statues and crossing to the other side, and you'll also find a Miquella cross when you do that. In this room, you want to look west and you'll head out onto a balcony by going that way. Follow this path east past some enemies until we come to the staircase leading down on our left. We go down there and it connects to a little room with a secret right scroll located within. Great, with that in hand we can actually continue to progress up to reach the next grace, which will be the storehouse 7th floor. In here, as you'll hear, has Redmane Freyja kind of trying to work something out. She's lamenting not thinking to ask Sir Ansbach about her research earlier, so speak with her and, exhaust a dialogue, and then we're going to go speak with him on her behalf. So we can teleport back to the ground floor, the 1st floor, and cross over to the northeast side again to go meet with Sir Ansbach once more. Here we can do the 2 tasks that we've just sort of stacked up, starting with giving the secret right scroll to reveal the plan that's really taking place here with Miquella. It's really cool stuff. But then also we want to let him know about Freyja's decision. When we finish up all of his dialogue, we'll come away with a letter for Freyja to give to her. So teleport back to the 7th floor and speak with Freyja again to pass on that letter. Just make sure you speak with her multiple times until she is finished, and you'll know because she'll give you the golden lion shield right here. Now we want to refresh the area, maybe sit at the grace. You can check your map to see if Ansbach's NPC location has changed, whether his icon's gone. If it's still there, you're going to need to go back down there, speak with him, exhaust his dialogue, reset, and he should be gone. Alright, it's time to involve Leda. So we're going to come to the High Road Cross. Leda is generally waiting around here. Now because we progressed the world state by approaching the Shadow Keep, Leda and the spell that affected them all is kind of worn off. So she's become very mistrustful. And what we need from her at this point is to hear her talk about Sir Ansbach and how she's going to go against him. She talks about how strong and relevant he used to be, and if she leaves him alone, he's only going to pick up his blade and eventually be a problem. So she can't allow that. When you've heard her talk about that, we're good to go. But there's a chance you'll come here and speak with her and hear a different dialogue to start with. She'll be wondering who to cull from the group. If she gives you that option, just choose the Hornsent, but then exhaust her dialogue otherwise. But again, if you want to follow the Hornsent storyline, you will need to meet up with him at this point and defend him from Leda in the Shadow Keep. But again, that's a different story and task and doesn't matter for this guide. So now we need to go defeat Messmer to get his fire for the purpose of destroying the ceiling tree. Let's teleport back to the storehouse and the Shadow Keep, but the 7th floor specifically. To the north side of this grace, you'll find a lever that's lit up by some lights, and when you pull it, it'll move the mechanism in the middle, allowing you to go to that, jump onto it, and climb on up. This will lead back outside again, where you'll come across the captain of the Flame Knights, and then once you open the door behind him, you get a scadutree fragment, and there's a grace up the stairs right before the Messmer boss fight. When you're ready, go in, defeat him, and get that flame. I will not be showing that for spoiler purposes. With the flame in hand then, we can go back to the ground floor of the storehouse, the 1st floor grace. This time we're going to head west, where very quickly you're going to see an elevator that takes us down. This takes us here into this building where it's kind of a jar hospital, eventually leading to this grace, the West Rampart. Mount Torrent and sprint across this really long bridge. There's an enemy at the end that's attacking you, but if you go quick, he can't catch you. If you defeat him, you also get some drops, so it is worth it. But we're aiming for this grace, the Viaduct Minor Tower. We're now in the ancient ruins of Rao, where we need to defeat the main boss of this region. Head west and go to this area where you enter a kind of ruin. Pass through it until you finish it up, and you'll come up by this water by a Miquella cross, the East Ancient Ruins Grace. Then we cross this broken bridge where you see a giant furnace golem waiting for you. You can just run past it to the next grace to the southeast, the West Grace. Next up, we just continue to follow the main path, mostly heading west and then north, going up an elevator that takes us to an entrance to this Bud Church area. This is the Church of the Bud. We head on in here. There's a main staircase leading up to a grace before the main boss. Head in there and defeat the boss. Again, I won't show that for spoiler purposes. Behind this boss arena is the Sealing Tree, the reason that we brought Messmer's Flame here. But first I need to give you a strong warning. When you do this, you go into the final stage of the NPC storylines. Some of them will just disappear or move. If you didn't do any of the NPC storylines not mentioned in this guide, you will also miss out on them. So you only want to burn the Sealing Tree when you are good and ready with your NPCs. When you are, it'll take you to the final area though. This hidden city, Iner Elim. This is a giant legacy dungeon, and it's absolutely awesome and one of the final areas of the game. There's tons of items here that, for this purpose of the guide, I would skip. So I'm just showing you footage of me running from each grace to grace, absolutely blasting through the area, and only killing specific enemies that I feel will stop me or get in the way. Essentially, all you're really doing is climbing higher as a rule. But eventually you'll make it here to the Cleansing Chamber Anteroom. This is the grace before the Leda fight. In this room, she will challenge you with some dialogue, but then disappear. At this point, you can choose to summon help. Both Thiollier and Sir Ansbach will help you. So if you've done Thiollier's separate storyline, you can summon him here to help you challenge Leda and so on. For this guide though, you'll at least have Sir Ansbach. So again, without spoiling what happens here, I'm going to skip forward. It's a big battle of NPCs based on what you did to lead up to this, but either way, it does result in tons of rewards. So by looting everything at the end, you'll get Leda's weapon, her outfit that's just as you exit and progress, but also Freyja's weapon and outfit, Mor's shield, belt and gear, Dane's weapon, even the Hornsent's weapon and outfit. It's crazy. You will also get Sir Ansbach's stuff too, but that's not until we defeat the final boss. So now we move forward and go up this massive lift, which at the top we have, hey, Ansbach waiting for us. Complete this conversation and he'll swear now to help you in the final fight, even though he's scared. So progress on forward up these stairs and you'll come to this grace, the final grace, the Divine Gate front staircase. Before you will be a very obvious boss door, but before you enter, you can summon Sir Ansbach, and I would recommend it, but if you've done Thiollier's quest, you can summon him again too. I would strongly recommend you summon them both if you can. Outside of the NPC storyline, they distract the boss, it really helps. But now, you just have to defeat the final boss. Good luck. It took me about 4 hours for my very first kill, but what a fight. I did it at level 17 with my scadutree blessings, but I would strongly recommend that you go all the way to 20. It is, to my understanding, meant to be done in that way. I only made it harder for myself by not coming here with, level 20. In any case, post defeat, we have won, and we can activate the new grace and rest to reset the area. When you do so, Sir Ansbach's body will appear by the wall. So go ahead and loot him in his gear, his weapon, and that new incantation. And with that, we're finished. So there you have it, my complete guide to the storyline, which rewards so many items, goddamn. I hope this was useful. Drop a like if it was. I've tried to keep things vague where needed to avoid spoilers, but if you guys have any extra information, tips, be sure to drop it in the comments. For now though, I've been Hollow, you've been you. Thank you for watching.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.